Hello everyone, and in this video we are going to discuss about getting elements by ID. So that how can we assign IDs to elements of HTML document and then response to different events on those elements. So let's start. So first of all, let's create a button. So button, and the type is button, and we will assign an ID to it. So we write here the ID is equal to and then the name of the ID. Let's say btn. So this is the button, and here I will right click me, and now let's get this ID and this element. So script, and so how can we do that? So document dot get element by ID. So we are getting an element by the ID. So which ID? This one, the btn. So btn, and now we need to assign it to a variable. So let btn, you can give any name to it. So btn dot is equal to document dot get element by ID and this ID. So now let's add an event to it. So we can say button dot onClick is equal to, and then a function, and for now let's say console.log button clicked. Now if I click this button, I should see this one here in the console. So you can see button clicked. If I click it again, so you can see 2 here. If I click it again, you can see 3. Now you can do the same thing and another way. So we can on click, and here we can assign a function. So let's say btn response and btn response. So now we need to create this function. So function btn response, and now let's write the same thing here. If I now comment this and click on the button, you can see the same thing here again, but I will remove this one and this one, and I will write it here. We'll uncomment it, and you can do the same thing on another way as well. So button dot add event listener, and here you can see click, and then create a function and console.log. You can see button clicked, so both of them responded. So let me comment this one, and you can see button click. So you can use anyway, the way which you like. Now let's create an input. So input, and the type is text, and the name is, so let's say search, and let's assign an ID to it. So ID and search, and now let's select this element. So let search is equal to document dot get element by ID, and the ID is search, which is this one. So now let's add an event to this one. So let's say btn dot add event listener, and here we will write on key up. So key up, and we will create a function. Now we write something here in this info. We should click this key of event. So we should trigger this key of event. So now console.log key of event. Now if I write something here, okay, I forget to change this. So this should be search, not the button. So search and key of event, key of event. So now let's access this value. So what we can do here, search dot value. Now if I write something here, you can see it here. So in this way, you can respond to an input element. Now let's create a paragraph. So p and the ID is para. So now let's write something here. So let's param 10, just some text. You can see the paragraph here. Now let's add an event here. So let para equal to document dot get element by ID, and the ID is para. So let's say para dot inner text is equal to ABC. So ABC. So now you can see the text change from this text to ABC. So now let's remove this and write it here. So para dot inner text is equal to search dot value. So now you can see this text here, but if I write something here, it should change. So you can see this text has been replaced by this input field value, and you can see the values here in the console as well. So in this way, you can select different elements by assigning IDs to them, and then selected those elements by the ID, and then you can add different events to those elements according to your needs and requirements. So that's all for this video now, and see you in the next video.